and I'm about to expose the secrets about, like, okay, so like I know Tiara did a video about it in the past. I don't think he. I think something happened to the video, but like I do remember Tiara made a video about this in the past about superheroes and stuff like that. Like so yeah, I'm gonna explain it in my own words too. It's about these superheroes. Guess where this comes from? Guess where all these DC, Marvel, whatever the fuck else superhero shit. Like, guess where all this even comes from? Like, it all comes from the fallen angels. So like, people wonder, like, how did these people come up with these ideas? How did these people come up with these ideas to make these? It was actually the fallen angels. And whether the fallen angels use people to, make these superhero stuff too, it's like that's kind of what it is. Like, so what is it? DC Universe, Marvel, other shit like that. Like, I don't even know, like, all that weird stuff. But yeah, it's like they get this from the fallen angels. So yeah, that's just how it is. And I think what are they called, Greek gods or something? Like, I don't even know. Like, that came from fallen angels too. So yeah, that came from fallen angels, the Greek gods and stuff. That came from. Sorry about the noises. Sorry about the noises. But I live next to like a semi truck place or whatever the fuck, storage place or whatever the fuck. But yeah, and I'm outside recording. But yeah, like, oh, excuse me, man. Yeah, I've been eating a bunch of food. But like, no, like, no, for real, like, all these heroes, like, all these superhero stuff, originates from fallen angels. Um, that's what I want to say about that. Like, you understand? Like, if you really compare everything, like, it kind of, like, literally, like, they have powers, they have stuff like that, like different ones, superheroes be having powers and stuff. It's kind of similar to the angels, to the fallen angels. And I know Tiago explained it better though. I wish I had access to that video, but yeah, like, definitely, like, these fallen angels, you know, are disguised, like, literally, like, in the movies, disguised as like superheroes and stuff too, or whatever the fuck. And you gotta understand something about these superhero movies and stuff. There is no God in this superhero movies. It's not. There's not. It's a bunch of paganism. It's not real, actually, like, following God, the real black Jesus and stuff like that. So a lot of us get deceived and think that, okay, yeah, these superheroes are actually good. They may save citizens, whatever the fuck. But like, you understand, the devil even even like saves his own people to a that. So, but it depends. It depends. It depends how you view it. Like, obviously, the devil ain't loyal, but you know, even Tiara made a video about that, how the devil can protect his own people, for whatever calling he wants for people. Then the devil can also take people out, his own people out. So it's kind of like, it's what the devil, like, try to do with that. So it's like, but like, these fallen angels, like disguised, like, superhero type stuff. I don't know. I don't know. That's kind of crazy, but like, that's literally what it is, though. That's literally what it is. It's like, that's where all that stuff originates from. I mean, that's where all that stuff, all those ideas came from, was from. You gotta understand, like, all that stuff stems from the angels that fell out of heaven too. So it's like, you gotta understand, everything on this earth is like from these angels and stuff. I mean, from these fallen angels and stuff too. Because this is what the fall. This basically, gotta understand. They got kicked out of heaven and sent to earth. So they may be traveling in the spirit, stuff like that, whatever, but they still control. They still control. Planet Earth. They control planet Earth. They do. They do. It's the fallen angels. They even have witches that do that stuff too, that they have, but like, but stuff like that. But like, it's pretty much the fallen angels. Pretty much the fallen angels are in control. So that's kind of what I want to say about that. And you know, yeah, um, and I don't know, like they be having villains and stuff too. I don't even know about all that stuff. That's just like, a lot of it just be manipulative, be brainwashing, what the fallen angels doing with all that stuff too. I'll be honest, like with all that weird stuff, it's like, because y'all understand, like, these superheroes don't even have God and the real black Jesus. So it's like, it's very brainwashing and deceitful, and it's like that's what I'm saying. Like they may be good, like that's kind of like Tiago said. Like good people don't get to heaven. Obviously, she said it in a different way in that video too. But like I'm just saying, like you know, yeah, like just because you're good does not mean you're going to heaven. It does not mean you're going to heaven because God looks at things different. You know, a person that does God's will and is chosen by God makes the heaven, and that goes all out into the end. So that those are the people that make it to heaven. Is the one that endures to the end. So everybody else, I don't know. You could save people's life. That's not credentials to get you into heaven. It's doing God's will. That's how you get into heaven. And doing God's will and enduring to the end. Speaking truth, taking a stand against the devil's matrix system, etc., etc. In these superhero movies, they don't do that stuff. They don't do that stuff. It's basically atheist stuff, and it's brainwashing stuff. So it's like, so that's what I want to say about that. Like, you know, like, like let's say like a superhero came to me right now. I would not be on like a lot of people are so dumb. They probably be like, oh yeah, they're good, that's cool. No, I ain't really that cool to be honest. Like, I wouldn't even be, like I'll be honest about that. Like superheroes and stuff. I'm sorry. Like they ain't no real. Come on, man. Like all that weird stuff. Like you know. Now there's even like how like different angels control like different planets and stuff too. I don't know how that works. I don't know if it's the fallen angels or the real angels. I have to look into that. Some of that stuff too is like the angels or whatever. There's angels connected to like different like planets and stuff too. So it's like I think Tiara did a video about that about angels and stuff like. So like I'm not gonna say it's all fallen angels that control that stuff. I think like angels actually control like actually good angels like of God, like angels of God, like not the fallen angels control like like certain parts in the spirit world too, or like I don't you don't know that though, like they probably do, heavenly realms too. And the devil, even the devil has access to a certain place in heaven and probably some other places in heaven. I don't know if God allows it to happen. So it's like, so yeah, it's like there's different stuff in the spirit realm. That's what I'm saying. Like we in the earth realm or whatever you call it. Um, and like my boy Mello was talking about, like there's portals and stuff, like different portals. There's demonic portals. There's stuff like that. Like and there's stuff like that. But like that's kind of what I like to say about that. But like definitely the spiritual things are really very real, more real than what people really understand or realize. You know, it's more real than what people really realize. The spirit world and everything too, and everything connected to that. Like it's very real, and people forget about. You know, you gotta think like when you die, that's when you enter into the spirit, and you like obviously I can enter in the spirit on this earth too, but like there's different ways of entering in the spirit. But I'm talking about like actually like getting into the spirit, like really into the spirit, like I said, I have a connection to in the spirit. I have a connection into the spirit. Us true followers of God, we have that's where we get our information from, is from the spirit of God. So we're connected in the spirit to get to get the information from God and stuff, and that's how we have the connection with that's how you can hear angels, hear demons, hear fallen angels, hear God, the rebel like Jesus. That's how you get all that access, and like with certain stuff like this, lots of stuff like you get it's like there's dreams, there's visions, stuff like that too. So it's like you can go through different like realms through that stuff too. So it's very real, very real, very real. All that stuff is very real. It's not a game. It's not a joke. Real shit, real shit, reality, more real than what people think they living in. People think this box is just like the reality. Not really. The reality is when we die and get into the spirit, or when we pass over to the spirit in whatever ways, whether you could get raptured, whatever it could be. Like that's just the way it is. It's like So this is what I really want to say. Much love.